We are now live on the stream.
Oh, sweet.
Excellent
Hello,
stuff.
everybody.
I'll host it, Eric, just to rest your
Okay.
brain for a little bit because
Fine.
you did the last one.
Did I?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Okay.
We want Chili Willy! We want Chili Willy!
Are you all warmed up?
I'm warmed up. You warm, Pilch?
I'm wet. Just took the dog out for a quick walk and I got absolutely soaked.
Oh dear.
Do you need a second to go towel off?
That's all right, mate. The heat, the warmth that comes through will dry me off.
All right.
Okay.
What, from us?
What?
You mean from us?
Mm.
What warmth are you expecting to get from us? You daft wanker.
Oh, that is nice, isn't it? That is fucking nice. My wife.
My wife!
All right, are we
How
ready?
many military veteran Twitch channels are there? Because every time I try to find yours, even though I'm following you, it just keeps bringing up these veterans.
I
It's
don't know.
pissing me off.
And they're probably using our logo without permission.
Just type in veteran gamers and it should come up, right?
Well, that
Well-
sounds like what he's doing.
Mm.
Well, type it in better. All right, are we ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
Mm.
Let's go then.
Let's start the motherfucking show, bitch!
Yeah.
I am recording.
Welcome yo to the veteran gamers. Juju, Jimmy, out of
Pilch, Duke, and Chinny.
every single game that you're playing this week. News, reviews, and an indie pick. Stu story time and Chinny's game breakers. Here comes Duke with the soundbite saviors.
Can we cut the condescending crap and play the game?
Oh, hey, it's Ginger Balls.
Welcome to the flower shop.
It's the veteran gamers.
Stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen.
Listen, I don't have time to play with the phone here. I got a lot of stuff I gotta get done.
Console up before you have to press repeat, yo.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
Hello and welcome to episode 499 of the Veteran Gamers podcast. I am your host for this episode. My name is Chinny, and with me is...
Duke, I'm Duke. We're not military veterans.
it's all fucked already. Duke, welcome to the show.
Well, no, it's fucked because normally Stu says welcome to the and I go hooray episode 4 or whatever it is, and then I make a stupid rhyme, and I didn't have a chance to do that, so it's your fault that it's all messed up.
Okay, so it's 499.
Yeah.
Well, hang on. I'm a week early.
No, fuck off, Pilch. I haven't got to you yet.
No, you're like 6 days early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
499? Any rhyme with that?
And we're having a great event. We're having a
Brilliant.
good experience. I can't think of a word.
Okay,
See, that's
let's-
what I think lately is
Let's
to pretend
move on.
Like
Right,
come
well,
up. It's the
Stu,
most obvious. It's hilarious.
Stu isn't here. We'll go into why shortly. But to
Because it's
replace Stu, we have Pilch. Pilch, welcome to the Veteran Gamers episode
Oh.
499.
Yeah.
Have you got a scrape in the barrel sound effect there, Duke?
You were the first person.
Fuck off.
I fucking
What are
kid
the
you
other
not.
two? What are the other two bodwasers doing, mate?
You
They're
were.
both busy, were they?
I got a call from Stu, and he gave me the reason, and he says, "All right," and I thought, right, I need to invite someone else. And I'm not a religious man, but hand on Bible, right? You were the first person I texted. Absolutely, I can say that with absolute the truth, Pilch, because.
Panicking
And the
when after 5
reason,
minutes I hadn't
no,
replied.
the reason why I messaged you was because I was listening to, I'm one of the 3 people that listen to the Boss Wave, and I was listening to it, and I remember you said, and it stuck in my mind, they never asked me to go on. Why the fuck did I know that? And I'm like, noted, all right? And I put a fucking bookmark on my brain, and I remembered. And as soon as I was right, next time there's a slot, I'm going to ask Pilch.
Yeah. Now you don't get to whinge about that, huh?
No.
So you can shut the fuck up, Pilch.
Nothing else going on. That's why we went to you first.
You can shut the fuck up, but welcome to the show. But where we need you to not shut the fuck up and talk quite a bit. So all
exactly.
good.
Now here's the question. Do you have like some alternative animation you could run on the podcast feed, Chinny, so that Pilch is on the screen instead of Stu?
No.
Just something for Mary Poppins will do.
Time and effort.
Dick Van Dyke.
That does sound like a lot of time and effort. You should have Jamie. Jamie's the one who made those, right?
Yes.
Just have Jamie do one with like a nondescript, like gray face filling in.
Yeah, he should do. Yeah,
yeah,
that'll probably take him pretty quick.
Gray, so
that wouldn't take him that long actually. You could just grey it.
It's a good job I bought VR this week, isn't it? Otherwise, no one would be able to talk about it.
Oh my god, I didn't even know that. If I'd have known that, I probably wouldn't have asked you on.
All we need is someone else talking about VR bollocks.
So apparently, we go on to story time now.
My favorite time. It's story time.
Story time.
As we get on, I'm like, do we need the story time segment?
Yes.
I don't know.
I'm not tell, God damn it.
I don't know if we need it, but or maybe the story time should go at the end. I don't know. I think we just shake it up a little bit. Go on, Duke.
No, hell no. I've been waiting all day to tell this story.
Right.
Because it's a part 2. Okay.
Okay.
Once upon a time, a few weeks back, I participated in the 48-hour film festival. You remember that?
Yes, I remember you talking about that. We're also live on YouTube and Twitch.
Yeah, what up, YouTube, Twitch?
Yes.
Normally we record on Sundays. Tonight we're doing it on Tuesday. And next week is a special week because we're doing our 500th episode.
Oh, yeah. Right, before you get into your story.
We should talk about now.
For 4th of August, which is this Sunday, we're having episode 500. We're welcoming people on the show, especially if you've not been on before. You will get priority over the people, over the regs.
We've already got 30 people giving us their names. They want to be on the show.
To be honest, we have had a lot of people, and I have kept zero track of it. So...
Well, that's what social media does. Is it allows us to go back later and be like, huh, who said they want to go?
Correct. All right. Okay, back to your story.
Right. So come on by. Our 500th episode is going to be lit.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Right. So, lit. Right. Wait. Here. So the 48-hour film festival happened a few weeks back. They brought me in. They gave us the topics. We came up with some proposals. They picked the one they liked best. The director and the producer did. And then they sent us back into the writer's room. We came up with a script. It was late at night. I said, all right, I got to go, y'all. You're young and energetic. I'm old and feeble. Here's what we got. Do whatever you need to do with it. I'll see the movie when it's done. They made the movie. They told, it was awesome. Here's the poster. It's going to be lit. Last night, my mom and her new husband are in town. I say, hey, let's go to this film festival. The 48-hour film festival, they're each about 5 to 7 minutes each, right? Each of these little films that they created.
Uh-huh.
There were 15 probably movies in the film festival.
Right.
Now, yeah, it was crazy. Ours was the last one. So we had to sit through all these other films before we even got to see ours.
How many deaths were there in these films?
There's probably about 5 throughout all 15 of them. God. And it's 48 hours. You don't have a lot of time to make an amazing story. There were some that were pretty decent. There were some that were really unclear. Like the biggest problem these movies have is that people don't work on making the story coherent. They think that the twists are going to be obvious. They think that the characters are clear, and they're really not. Especially when in some of these teams, they got like 4 people who look exactly alike. So they're supposed to be these different characters, and they don't put them in like a red hat or, green sunglasses. Instead, they're all wearing like a beige t-shirt and jeans.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to tell that it's different characters. So whatever. I mean, it's cute. It's a fun little, assembly of things.
Mm-hmm.
Finally get to ours, right? Credits roll. Here it comes. They didn't use anything that I wrote.
What?
There was no correlation between the script that I helped to write and the movie that was on the screen. Like, they didn't use any of the dialogue that we wrote. They didn't use the story structure. They didn't use any of the characters. I was just like, what?
Livid. Livid.
No, I can't be livid. That's the thing, is that, I was sad because, first of all, I obviously failed to give them what they wanted. So, okay, I guess I didn't realize what they were looking for. And I also thought that I was done with that process of being rejected by the happy popular kids in high school. No, apparently that can happen even when you're 43 years old. I had plenty of that when I was in school, but I thought it was all over. But no. So whatever. I mean, it is what it is. They made a decent movie. It was funny. It didn't have a very clear storyline, to my opinion. But whatever. It is what it is. I handed it over to them. I said, look, do whatever you need to do with this now. It's your story.
Yeah.
So,
and they deleted all your work.
They just hit Control A and then backspace. And said,
You're too kind. What I would have done is like, you cannot change any of this. I expect to see this shit in 48 hours. Bye.
So when we started the process, I had said to them, I have this friend in the UK who's a filmmaker. He had mentioned at one point making a movie version of my story, Respawn. That never happened for whatever reason, but it'll be so cool to see a story of mine made into a movie. Well, it will be someday, but yesterday was not that day. So whatever. What are you going to do? But the good news is the box is full of my 2 books that are dropping in 2 weeks.
Ooh.
They have arrived here in the house today. So, bad news, good news, right? I'm pretty excited about that.
What's the name of your new book?
Yeah. So there's 2 of them. I'm dropping 2 books in one day, right?
Shit.
Them is called Cancel the Apocalypse, Thoughts from an Anarchist, Afrocentric, Feminist, Nonviolent Revolutionary. It's a collection of
just write that down.
Yeah, exactly. And then the other one is called Class Consciousness, 10 Things New Teachers Should Know and Veteran Teachers Should Remember. And that's the one I'm especially proud of because I think that's going to be, I think there are some people who will be interested in the political book, but I think a lot of teachers are going to really enjoy this book. And I'm looking forward to handing it to people who are going into the profession and being like, hey, check this shit out. And the last thing I'll say about it is for how some books have, at the beginning of the book, they'll have like quotes from reviews and things. I had a couple people I had people review other books I've written. So those quotes are on the back. But what I did at the front of the book was I went back into my files and I found a bunch of notes that people had written me over the years, like students and then principals and stuff. And I just put down 4 or 5 pages of just like very nice things that people have said over the years about how I'm not the worst teacher ever. So that was pretty nice to feed my ego in that way.
Nice.
And that's the news from Duke's writing brain world.
Okay. Pilch, I'm going to explain why Stu isn't here, and then I'm going to go to you. Is that okay? So Stu isn't here, and I don't really know. You have to
tell the story like Stu. You have to channel Stu.
I'm not sure.
I got up this morning.
Yeah, I was born. So Stu was involved with a road accident. Now, before I go on, he's fine. He rang me earlier, and he's the usual Stu self. It is a minor accident. However, it is a hit and run. So that means that the police have to get involved. But he has a dash cam, and he was very proud of this dash cam when he rang me. He was very proud that it would become very useful. And I'm sure that he's boring the policeman as we speak with his dash cam.
Look, sorry, I gotta go, sir. One more thing.
You can't believe how fucking clear these pictures are on these dash cams. I remember when we did last time.
They'll have a VR headset for the dash cam, and then you'll be able to just run alongside the car.
Soon, it'd be like VR in a car. It'd be mad, wouldn't it? It'd be mad. Where you going?
Come back.
So that's where Stu is. He rang me earlier. He was absolutely fine. Nothing wrong with it. He's just kind of stuck in a place.
And it's his fault that he's not here. Because if my mom wasn't in town on Sunday, we would have done the show on Sunday as usual.
Yes. So it's all higgledy-piggledy. But that's why we have Pilch. So Pilch, do you have some sort of amusing story that involves your life that we can pretend to care about?
Oh, not really. I haven't got a book coming out this week, but I've bought a Switch.
Hey! That's video game related even.
I know you bought a Switch because you've been playing my Mario Maker stuff.
No, I haven't. I've been retweeting it. I ain't got Mario Maker.
You retweeted it. That's what it was. Well, you need to...
You're going to play that shit.
You need to buy Mario Maker. And...
I just spent 400 quid. I think I'll wait for a little bit.
Time for that.
I think...
actually play this sound clip now.
Chad Wharton wipes his ass with $600.
Nice. I don't have
I
any.
guess we're getting into this then.
What you been
a
playing?
music story, yeah.
What you been playing? What you been playing?
Pilch, tell us about your Switch purchase.
What made you buy it? Why get a Switch?
Right. I've been slagging off the Switch since it came out.
Yes. You have a trait, Pilch, and forgive me, but you tend to see the negative side of things. I've noticed.
Glass half filled with shit.
Yeah, it's not just half filled with water. It's not half empty. The other empty half is disgusting, vile bile of disgusting waste.
So it's quite that bad. But...
No, you're not that bad. But yeah, you've been shitting on the Switch. What's changed? Did you wake up one morning having an epiphany?
I was waiting for the little one, for the mini to come out.
Right.
Light.
Yes, the light.
Because I've said before, I didn't particularly like the idea of the Joy-Cons. If it was just a one whole little machine with the permanent controllers, and you didn't bother connecting it to the telly, like an old, DS or a Game Gear, that sort of, because that's about the size it's going to be, I believe, size of a Game Gear. I thought, yes, that's exactly what I want. But then I was happy as Larry when they announced it a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
But I was starting to think, do I really, I'm nearly 50, do I really need a small little screen? Mm-hmm. So I thought, fuck it, if I'm going to buy one, I'd better buy it now. So I went and bought the proper one. It did help that I opened up a cupboard on Saturday morning and I found 10 old iPhones still in their boxes.
I saw that, yeah.
What? Where was this cupboard?
Oh, just in the hallway. I sort of knew they were in there.
You just had 10 iPods sitting around your house?
iPhones. From...
Oh, it's iPhones. That makes sense then. Why did you have 10 iPhones just sitting around unwrapped in your home?
4 people in my family have iPhones, and I have to keep upgrading them every couple of years.
Wow, okay.
So they're all sitting there. I had two 5Ss, a C, a 6, a 7, 2 SEs, and a spare 8. All sitting in the cupboard.
Those who want to know, keep track at home.
So I
thought, sell them in order to trade in.
Yes. So I took them all to Game, which is like GameStop.
Yeah.
I had a quick look, and they said how much they'd give me for them. And I thought I'd take them all in, trade in a few, and I had a 3DS XL as well, sitting there doing nothing. So I took that as well, and I thought whatever I get for it, I'll add it to the Switch. I've got 100 quid in credit, so it shouldn't cost me too much more. So I goes into Game, and we no longer take 3DS XLs or the games in part exchange. The fact that they still sell the 3DS brand new and all the games didn't seem to matter. They're no longer taking trade-ins on 3DSs.
That's crazy.
Which I assume is because they're waiting because they know everyone's going to pile in with their 3DSs to get a cheapest little Switch Lite, aren't they? Yeah. So they don't want to be swamped with them. And then they said, we can't take these 2 phones because the screen's lifting on both of them. There's fuck all wrong with them. Perfect condition. So in the end, they wouldn't take any of the things I took in.
Pricks.
So I thought, pricks. So I thought, okay, I know where to go. Straight to the smelly shop.
Yeah.
They'll take anything.
They give me £186 in cash.
Damn straight.
And then I went back to Game and bought. I went up to the same guy.
Left the store and 20 minutes later came back with a huge wad of cash.
Yeah, I put £186 on the desk and said, right, I'd like to put that money there towards the Switch.
Switch, please, bitches.
So I bought, I got a Switch with Mario Kart.
Standard.
Yeah, because I love Mario Kart. And then I bought a Pro Controller as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I got you get a £30 voucher with it at the moment as well in the e-store. So I got 30 quid credit on that, and I bought Minecraft. Oh yes,
Yeah.
for the Switch.
Yeah,
and
I have
a load of
Minecraft for
games.
the Switch. It's ridiculous.
And yes, I haven't played any of my other consoles since Sunday morning or Saturday morning.
Oh, really?
I've just been switching.
Switching it out.
Switching.
And I have to say, it is. I hate to say, it is a lovely little bit of kit. It really
is. I love
I'm
my
not
little
taking the
Switch.
Joy-Cons off, which is why I bought the Pro Controller, because I just don't want to take them off. I'm going to permanently leave them on.
Okay.
But it is nice. Mario Kart looks unbelievably
it's
good
brilliant.
on the big telly.
It's brilliant.
I had it on the Wii U, but it looks a lot better. I don't know what they've done to it. Anyway, I shouldn't be talking about this, should I? Let's go through what I've been playing. Or are we on what I've been playing now?
Well, we can. Well, we'll come back to some of the games that you've been playing, but we'll swap it round. Duke.
Yeah, I've got new things to say about Rocket League and Skyrim. How about that?
No, you do not.
Yes, I actually do.
No, you fucking did not.
I do.
Yeah.
I will start with Skyrim. I can't tell you too much about this because it happened and then I died and I couldn't get it to happen again. So there's this whole quest line where you go find the Forge of Ethereum and you make a helmet or a crown of Ethereum. I don't remember what it even does. The point is you're accompanied by this ghost archer woman who guides you through the whole process, and then you forge the thing and she goes, "My work is done, goodbye forever," and she vanishes.
Okay.
Well, there's a mod that brings her back and makes her into your follower. So she's been hanging around with me. This is not part of the mod, I don't believe. But I was riding my horse down the path one day, and this dude shows up and says, your crown, it's made of Ethereum. Where did you get that? And you tell him, and he goes, and then you say, "Who are you?" And he tells you his name. And apparently this was the person that killed the archer woman and left her for dead, and then took the, whatever map or something. He betrayed her, basically. And then, so there's a dialogue option that says, "Wait a minute, you're the guy, I heard about you from Katria." And then he goes, "From Katria? How? That's not possible. Kill him." And as soon as he said that, like 3 people jumped out of nowhere and killed me dead. And I hadn't saved for a while. So I was like in the next town over. So I immediately get back on my horse, ride back to the same spot. He's nowhere around. I was like, God damn it. But that was a pretty exciting thing. Thousands of hours of Skyrim, and I had never had that experience before. Go figure.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. As for Rocket League, now that you got Skyrim queued up on the stream.
Bollocks.
As part of the Summer Madness, whatever they're calling it, on Rocket League, they've had a different car up for each thing that they're, each month they've had a different car available. They had the Ghostbusters car, which has the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man showing up when you score a goal. That's pretty cool. I don't remember what the first car was, but they had some other car. And then this month they released Kit from Knight Rider. And I was a
Does
huge
his little light go side to side? Can you see his little light?
Absolutely. It's both in the front and when you boost, it's got the red thing going back and forth in the back. And finally, Rocket League released a car that is
black.
So you can have an actual black car, because in every other car you have to make it some form of like orange or blue, for each team.
Yeah.
The Knight Rider car, it's black, and on the bottom there's a strip that you can set to orange or blue. And I was just like, yes, this looks awesome.
Okay.
The problem is it handles like a goddamn limousine.
Right.
It is so long, it is so slow to turn, and it takes something out of me to play with it.
Does Kit voice it?
You don't ever hear his voice. So that's unfortunate.
Is one of the goal celebrations a naked David Hasselhoff?
That would be awesome if he showed up eating a hamburger on the ground.
Can you put it on autopilot and just let Kit drive?
You cannot do any of those things. It's not the best car ever, but it's the coolest looking car. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, gotta have Kit.
Does the theme tune play out when you ride it?
No.
This car sounds whack.
It does do this thing when you start up the match, and it does it, and it makes like a humming noise. So like that's pretty nifty.
That's something, I guess.
Yeah, it's something. But it was $2, and now I have a black car, so I'm pretty happy with it.
Does April get out of the passenger seat with a nice skin tight pair of leather trousers on?
No.
Oh. I fucking ain't getting that shit then.
Yeah, well, I don't blame you, but I think it's cool. I think that, and I was talking to a friend of mine. I don't know if I mentioned this already, but, my friend's son who plays Rocket League, and he always buys the Rocket Pass, which is like, I don't know, maybe $5, and you get a whole bunch of stuff to decorate your car and all the rest of it. And like, I always get the free stuff because I'm like, I'm not giving them money. And then I realized recently, wait a minute, I've played this game for like 2,000 hours.
Yeah.
I bought it for $20 back in the day. I could give them $5 for the Rocket Pass. What's wrong with me?
Yeah, it is ridiculous.
Yep. So anyway, that's my new information.
Nice.
And Skyrim.
I think that about Apex and stuff, where Apex is free, right?
Yeah.
We could all play Apex, and then I haven't played Apex as much as some, but I've played, a lot of it, and I'm like, you know what, a season pass. A character here and there. It's not that big of a deal, really.
Yeah. It's a way to say thank you to the developer who's made a free game, or in the case of Rocket League, a cheap game.
Yes. Just to acknowledge the live chat that we have, somebody said, what are you playing Snooker 19 on? I think he's confused because on the screen right now is Rocket League, and we're doing a podcast right now, but I do play it on both the PlayStation and the Xbox. But I haven't...
Maybe update the listings on the...
No, I changed all that. Oh, maybe.
You're confused, listener. Pay attention.
Maybe I did forget. Whatever. So I've been playing more Mario Maker.
Yeah.
Mario Maker has taken over my life a little bit. I absolutely adore Mario Maker, and I've published another level.
Oh my God! You said last week you weren't going to be making any levels for a while.
Did I?
I think so.
Well, I don't remember saying that. So.
Okay. Well, you said you made a level and then you stepped away because it was too. You were convinced it was not worth the effort to try to make it good. You couldn't come up with a way to be clever or.
Yes, I had a bit of levels block. I had a bit of sort of writer's block a little bit. Yeah.
Cool.
Because. And what's going on with my Switch here? It's crashed. I did overcome it because I had an idea. So I always start every level with, a bit of a gimmick, right? So my gimmick for the level that I had was to do a haunted level and have the ghosts constantly chase you, right? So that was my idea, right? To kind of always... in all points of the level, always be chased by ghosts. That's what I wanted to do. And I was making it. It became really, really difficult to do my little thing that I set myself out to do. So I decided to... But as I was making it, I was coming up with different ideas and stuff like that. So then, so I just kind of scrapped it a bit. And
is this level that we're looking at on the screen?
No, this is the story mode on the screen. Somebody Rob VTS has sent me a video of him playing the latest level that I've done, and it's interesting watching somebody play it because I haven't got no feedback on this. And the level that I've done has it has about 4 different routes to the end.
Yeah,
but the route each route should be, the harder it is, the more rewards you get.
Right.
But I think I've done it the wrong way around because he did a route that was pretty much the easiest route, and it should be, well, that should be hard because you don't get any mushrooms that route.
Right.
But I don't know. He just did it too easily, so I think I need to make the route that he did, which is the ones where you get no mushrooms. You're always a little Mario. A bit harder. So I've already sort of started to think, well, maybe I need to do it a little bit better. But so if anybody wants the code for the Mario Maker level that I've done, See, the clear rate, it tells you how often people clear it. And the clear rate is 60%, which is way too high. So at the moment, I worry about making courses too hard, but I think I've made that one too easy. So,
well, I mean, it sounds like you're finding that balance. You'll get it, you'll get that middle sweet spot soon.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to sort of redo this level a little bit and make it harder in certain sections. But the course ID for this one, but this might go by the time you get it, on Mario Maker 2 is LSW8X1WRF. So that's the code. I've tweeted it out on my Twitter and the Veteran Gamers Instagram, so you can check it out. But yeah, so I think there's a few interesting things that I learned from doing it. Was just when I was making that level, I came up with 2 other ideas for 2 other levels, and now I have 4 ideas for different levels.
Oh wow!
And it's just one of those games where it just draws you in, and it feels like it. I think the art of a really, really good game is a game that sucks you in. You're playing it for hours and you don't realise, because that's what happens with Mario Maker. Like, I play it for 2-3 hours and I don't even know that I've done that, and I'm like, oh my god, like I've spent so long making this level. Like the level that I published before, which I'm still very proud of. I was almost done with it. I almost finished it, and I spent another 3 hours tweaking it. Right,
damn.
That's how
it's a perfection. That is.
Yeah, that's crazy. And I think I published this one a little bit too quick, my latest one, because I'm really proud of it. I think it's really good, but I should have checked it, because I do think it's a little easy. But no, I love Mario Maker. I haven't really delved into playing other people's levels, because there's the endless mode, and I haven't finished the story mode. There's the story mode. I haven't finished that, because the story mode is really good for ideas. It's basically just 100 levels of ideas, and I sort of want to hold off when I'm dry on ideas and play a little bit more. But what I like about the endless mode is that it's just like constantly just throwing stuff that you wouldn't even have dreamt of, right? Just crazy ideas, and some of them are fucking terrible. Some of them are really, really good. I played one level on Mario Maker, and it was pinball. They made a weird pinball game in Mario. I played another level, and it was
now, sorry about the pinball level. Are you controlling Mario as the pinball, or are you somehow using flippers?
Is you kind of using flippers to move a plant?
Okay.
That when a fireball hits it, so the fireball is the puck, or the ball, or something. I think they did describe it as sort of ice hockey or something like that. Okay. So it was ice hockey. So it was. The fireball is the puck, and the plant is your sort of paddle or whatever, and you move it left and right, and you can. And I was like, oh my god, like, how do they even think of this? This is insane.
Welch, does this appeal to you? Do you think you'll be getting this game eventually?
I do like Mario, but I've never actually finished any of them. So if I was going to do that, I'd go back and play Super Mario Brothers and finish it properly, I suppose. Can I, if you had no intentions of making any levels,
yes,
would you say it was still worth buying just to play the story mode and then play other people's levels?
Yes, because
is there value in that?
Yeah, a lot of yes. So you've got 3 elements that if you don't like making Mario levels, Pilch, you've got about 3 elements that appeals to you, right? So you've got the story mode, which is 100 really good levels, right? So that's just good 100 levels. You've got the endless mode, which is the you basically just constantly play user created levels forever, and it keeps a score, so you can play easy, normal, hard, or really hard, right? So you can find your level, so like probably normal or something like that, right? And go, okay, normal is where I'm at. That's fine, and then you can just keep playing them, and then the fun in that is seeing how far you can get. So you might get to 14 and then lose a load of lives. It's pretty random. So that's that. And then, of course, is the sort of more social side of it, is where you can find other people that are making levels that have got the game. I don't know if Chris MJW has made any levels, but I know that he's playing my levels. I know that Antonio played my level. I know that Kevin Westerman has played my level, and he's made a level. So you can start to play like people who you know's levels as well. So you've got the story mode, you've got the endless mode, and then you've got like people that you know making levels, right? And you can leave comments. You can leave comments on certain points of the level. You can say this is gank, change this. So it's there's a lot of, basically it's an endless Mario game, right? And it's pretty good. And it, like Mario Maker 1, there was a lot of shit on there because people were just making levels that were just god awful because it was new to them. But I think Mario Maker 2, there are some bad levels, but it kind of sorts them out a little bit better. But I think it raises the ones that are liked a little bit more. But there are some bad ones that you come across, or just ones that are poorly designed. So I would say there's value in it. It might not be worth buying it yet, though, is what I would say. Mario games obviously don't really go down in value, but if you can find it second hand or something, and wait a bit, then that's probably more justifiable in terms of price. Yeah. Because I'd imagine it's, what is it, like 40 quid, 50 quid?
Well, it's got to be in the 50s, isn't it? I haven't seen nothing on the store that's less than 50 quid. If it's a proper game, Nintendo game.
I'm sure I bought it for about 45 or something on Amazon. And yeah, that's a lot of, but it is endless levels, right? And so you say you've never finished a Mario game, but you never finish Mario Maker. Do you know what I mean? So you've got no, if you think about it like that, you've got no problem. You'll never finish it. I mean, there's a story mode, but you can just go, oh yeah, I fancy a couple Mario levels. I'll play that. But I'll tell you what, Pilch, when we see each other this year, I'll let you have a gander on it and then see what you do and see how you get on.
Bye.
But I absolutely love it.
These, I must say, I'd be more interested in these later. More the levels. Is this the story mode we're watching on the?
What we're watching now is the story mode, and this level in particular, which is really interesting, is some levels you can set a condition. So the condition of this level is that you cannot jump, right? So Nintendo have very, very cleverly designed this level where you don't have to jump at all. So it's really difficult. It's really anti-Mario. I mean, he was called Jump Man.
So it's not just that you're not supposed to jump. You shouldn't jump.
You cannot jump. You cannot finish the level if you jump.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So there's those.
Like playing Skyrim and not using a sword.
Yeah, which I'm sure people have done. But there's other levels where there's other conditions where it's like collect 100 coins or. You know what I mean? So you can. There's all sorts of different things. So this level, this guy seems to be doing it very, very quickly. This level, but it took me.
Speaking of doing it very, very quickly. Warning! We have a special guest on the show.
Oh yeah, we do. I'm back eventually. What a fucking traumatic evening I've had.
I'll get my coat.
What do you think about us? We thought we were having a Stuart-free evening, and now
now it's ruined.
I know you're lucky. Look, see how lucky you are.
Well, we're lucky that you didn't get an accident.
So how are you anyway? Yeah, luckily it weren't me, but I mean that in the nicest possible way.
They had a pill.
The thing is, had I been in the
he can't hear you. He can't hear you.
Stuart, say hi to Pilch. Thank him for.
Oh, hi, Pilch.
Oh, Stu.
Oh, you all right? Oh, shit, I don't even need. I can't do an impression of you tonight because you're actually here.
That's true.
That's all right. He did an impression of you, and it was great.
Brilliant. Yeah, anyway, I was glad I wasn't the car in front because my car's a lot wider than Holly's because she's got a little tiny Citroen, not a Citroen, a Fiat 500 thing, little tiny things.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
There ain't no way that woman would have got around my car. She'd have just rammed me head on. So
Here's the question we want answered, Stuart. Did you talk to the police officer about your dash cam and or VR headsets?
No, luckily the police didn't attend. They just went, send us the footage of the dash cams, and that was it.
Yeah, because you started talking about something else, and they were like, "Just send us the footage."
Yeah, send us the footage. It's fine. No, I didn't. Obviously, I didn't speak to them because it wasn't me who had the accident. So Holly was speaking.
Like
to them.
that
But
would
yeah,
never stop you ever. Like that's.
well,
gonna...
look, I was very
Well, I
good.
better not say anything.
This
because
was a very calm show before you came back on there, Stu.
I know. I'm only just saying what happened. You know, it's been traumatic. Bless her.
we
She
don't
was
believe
very
you.
upset.
Yeah.
She was
The
very
idea that
upset.
You wouldn't start talking because it's not your place.
Exactly, and she was upset.
Like you're not complaining about something.
Some crazy woman had just like rammed down the side of a car and speeded off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
pretty
glad
bad.
nobody was hurt.
Yeah. Yeah.
back.
Exactly.
Well,
Should
Stu,
talk about Mario Maker 2.
I'll carry on hosting it, so you
just carry on.
You can
Yeah.
relax. But
I'll
while
do
you
some show notes and put my games in there while you're doing that.
okay, we'll go to Pilch. Pilch, what else have you been playing? You was talking about some Switch shit.
All right, I'll talk about Switch shit first then. I got Golf Story.
Ooh.
Everyone said it was very good.
It is fucking good.
So I have started it. I've probably played about an hour or so.
Yeah.
I've just started. Although, well, I think I fucked up now because I think I started the first proper round of golf. After you go and see your little people, and then you go and speak to the coach and try and get him to train you and whatever. And then it says, "Oh, the golf shop's open." So you go to the golf shop and he says, "Oh, we'll have a round of golf." I did about 4 holes of that, and then had to do something else. And I think I actually have quit out, so I think I've got to start it again because you couldn't quit and save.
Oh.
So I have a feeling I've actually quit the competition. So
Can't you just play it again?
Yeah. That's what I mean. I'll have to start again when I
The
turn
whole
it back on.
competition, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really good.
It is good.
I've played it on the Switch itself and docked. It doesn't seem right to be playing it on the big screen. I think that just because it's little sprites, little sort of 8-bit, it's better to play it on the actual thing, I think.
Yeah, I play most of it handheld. I think it's weird when you see Golf Story on full screen.
I haven't got used to the actual controls of when you're doing your swings and that, because you've got all these different. You can change. You get like precise shot, and so you can change puts a little shadow on your bar, tell you where.
That's
so
it.
if you should hit it 100 yards, but you only actually want to hit it 50 yards, rather than guess, you can go into precise mode, and it'll put the shadow where 50 yards should be. I haven't got the hang of that yet. I keep pressing the wrong buttons and thwacking the ball across into the water and stuff.
Yeah.
It took me a while to realise that hitting the moles was not a good idea.
Correct.
Because they just then pick it up and shove it into the sand.
To the bush, the sand, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's good. It's a good little game. I don't really like these sort of little things, but everybody kept saying if you get a Switch, you've got to get it. So
it is.
It
is a
I'm
must buy.
enjoying
It's not just a good golf game. It's just a good rounded game, and it's funny.
Yeah, because I've been playing a lot of Everybody's Golf again at the moment, on the PlayStation. So it's obviously not as good a golf game, but it seems like a good little story. The characters are quite interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea how long it is. I don't know.
It's pretty long. I played it over 20 hours.
Oh really? Oh, okay.
Yeah. It is long, and what I loved about Golf Story is like it constantly throws little surprises at you. Like, oh, I didn't think you'd be able to do this in this game. Like, it's constantly saying, "Oh no,
okay.
I won't spoil any of them." But it's like, oh, I
but
did not expect to do this.
It was only a tenner anyway, so
Exactly, perfect value for money.
Yeah, nice little game. Just perfect for that little screen, I think.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Right, Pilch, thank you very much for that. Stu.
Yes, sorry, I was muted while I was doing the show notes. I didn't want to
Take
interrupt.
off the mute and talk about your games.
I am. Do you know what I'm going to talk about?
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
I'm so excited because this week, the Catherine full body demo landed on the PS4. So you know what? Oh my god!
It was stupid from back in the day. They've redone it.
Oh, they have.
Now,
It's slick. It looks beautiful, I've got to say.
What's different about it?
Well, funnily enough, there's more than just I mean, let's start with the graphics. Because it looks beautiful. The anime just looks really great.
The anime?
It does. It's shiny, stuff is sparkly. It just looks great. Voice acting still is because it's Troy Baker who plays him, by the way, who plays the main character in Catherine.
Yeah, this was before he got big.
He was famous already.
No.
So you know what?
He wouldn't do this job now.
Yeah, really.
I'll be honest, they've added in, what's quite interesting, they've added in a safe mode now. Because, I mean, this game... Is there only me who ever played this back in the day? Did you play this, Pilge?
No,
I played it last week for about 3 minutes.
You played the demo?
I watched about half hour of the cutscenes at the start and then realised it was some stupid puzzle game, and that was the end of it.
Who invited him on the show?
Me.
Very smart and wise.
God's sake. But yeah, one of the things they've introduced in this new iteration of a game, the first game was renowned for being really rock hard difficult.
Really stupid is what it was renowned for.
It was very difficult. So much so that there was a hidden easy mode, and you had to put in this weird like button combination to unlock it, so you could play it in easy. And then even when you played it in easy, it was still really hard. So there was an easy mode, but it was like a hard easy mode. But I really loved it. I loved the puzzle element of it. Like one of the things I liked the most was just how the puzzles worked, because it just looked great. And it just ran so well. And it, like for a PS3 game, and I still have this, and funnily enough, the story was as well, I got Duke to send me this, because it was released in the USA before it came to Europe. So I sent Duke the money, and he actually posted it out to me, didn't you, Duke? Do you remember this?
I regret it every day.
Shut up. And I love it. But they've also added in a whole new character called Rin, which is a character on screen at the moment with the pink hair. She was not in the original game at all. So she's all new. So there's a whole host of new cutscenes that involve her. Not really sure what the score is with her at the moment, because in the demo it doesn't really explain, but you meet her running away from something in the streets.
She's probably trying to lure you away from your girlfriend.
Maybe. But yeah, I am totally going to play this again. Like, no doubt, man. It was weird playing the demo, because you still get killed if you're too slow, but it doesn't end. So in the safety mode, you can still be stabbed with the fork because she comes up behind you when you're climbing the towers. But
what the fuck are you talking about?
So basically, right, okay. So
no.
Okay,
Rhetorical.
No, you asked. No, that's it. You asked.
Yes, you asked. Because people might not know. You know, it is a Japanese game, and they may not have.
No, on the other hand, they definitely don't care. So.
It was very niche, when it initially came out. But basically, the way the game works is there's two sections to the game. So there's a section where you're in the bar where he is now, and you're chatting to your friends and you're talking shit. And this is where you meet Catherine and Catherine. So there's two Catherines. There's a Catherine who's your girlfriend.
Catherine with a C, Catherine with a K.
With a K. Well, Catherine with a K is your girlfriend. Catherine with a C is the temptress. She's
filth.
Filth. She's tempting you away from your girlfriend and trying to make you commit adultery and stuff. So stuff's going down.
Right.
And then basically the young men are dying every night, and sort of they're finding bodies the following day. And that's because, and it doesn't really explain it till more towards the end of the game, but basically they're dying and they're all climbing this tower, being chased by some being with a big fork who's trying to stab you.
Oh, that makes sense now.
And you're having to pull and put, but this is they're like nightmares, so it's whilst you're asleep that all this stuff's going.
Of course they are.
Well, it makes sense because it's a nightmare.
Right now.
What's really interesting is at the end of each of these sections, you get asked a 50-50 question.
Yeah.
Like, would you do this or would you do this? It's always like a moral question.
Is one of them, would you play Mario Maker 2 or Catherine?
No. So you get this moral question, and then it tells you how everybody else answered the same question. So this was kind of a bit like what Telltale did before Telltale did it.
But lazier.
Well, not really.
It's just a fucking stupid question at the end. It's not like
they were quite interesting questions.
Yeah, but it's just a question, whereas Telltale's like, you it paints a whole story around the scenarios.
Well, maybe.
This has this has climbing blocks.
True.
This has climbing blocks.
And ram's horns.
Edge.
For some reason.
Edge. And basically, every time you get to, there's all other sheep, which are obviously other men in the real world.
Men.
And they give you tips on how to climb the blocks more effectively. So you go and speak to them, and they go, "Have you tried this way? I do this," and then they give you some advice on how to do it quicker.
Yeah.
It's a brilliant game. I'm sorry, I don't care what you lot say. You know nothing.
I'm liking it.
It's an amazing game, and it's such an interesting story. So I love it, and it's one of my favorite games ever. So there's no doubt I am going to play. Yeah, I'm sorry, look, it was amazing. It's an amazing.
I'm convinced that you're lying to yourself.
I'm not. Honestly, the voice acting is excellent. The scripting is great. The story's really good. What's not to like, man? Everything about it.
The gameplay,
difficult, but interesting. But they're interesting. Look, you've got a PS4. Try it out and say what
I
you
do
think.
have a PS4.
You do. You can download the demo.
Oh, good download.
That's what I did. Then I uninstalled the demo.
Yes. What do you know? Yeah,
I might install it and uninstall it.
No,
Without playing it at all.
For next week, and look, give your honest opinion.
Oh yeah, I will.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. And everybody will want to know.
Well, I mean, what
so
do you expect if I play it? You really think I'm going to turn?
You never know. Maybe one day.
I appreciate you trying it so hard.
It might happen.
Okay, that's enough about Catherine Full Body. Eric, back onto you.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned Apex Legends because I don't remember why, but something recently happened, and I said I should play all of the free battle royale games that exist out there.
Yes.
So I downloaded Apex Legends. I haven't played it yet, but I also downloaded Fortnite because someone
are we in the what we downloaded but didn't play section, Duke? What the fuck?
Of course we are. Someone last week had said I should play Fortnite PvE mode.
Okay.
I was like, all right, let's see. Well, guess what PvE mode is not?
PvE?
Well, no.
Oh, free.
It is PvE. It's not free.
Yes.
So, God damn it.
That's the original Fortnite.
That's the original Fortnite, yeah.
That's what the original expensive ass alpha that you have to pay to play. So screw that.
Yeah,
but of course, the battle royale mode is free. So I was like, all right, I've never really played this. Let's give it a shot.
Oh my God, we are playing the latest and greatest here. Duke is talking about Fortnite, an up-and-coming game.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind that. He might be winning like $1 million in the next week or two when the next tournament starts.
The Team Rumble mode is the one that it defaults to.
Yeah, that's stupid.
And you keep respawning when you do that mode.
Correct.
Which is weird to me because I expect Battle Royale. You die, you're done. So when I died, I was like, well, that's it. And I was like, respawning in 3 seconds. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Okay. You know, here's the thing with Fortnite. You have to build stuff.
Yes.
That's part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
That seems dumb to me. Whenever I think of building, it's to have fun and to make things that are creative, not I'm getting shot. I need to put a tower up to protect myself from getting shot or something. That just seems stupid to me. So I played like 3 rounds and I was like, you know what? I don't think this game is for me.
It's crazy, isn't it? I mean, I played a bit of Fortnite and my trouble was the building. I can't build quick enough. And
that's the other thing. Like I want to run around and shoot people. Why is that not enough?
But you see somebody and you're like, great. Okay, brain. Tell my fingers to shoot that person.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, they've built a wall that didn't exist. Brain, what shall I do? Brain? Are you there, brain? I don't know.
The UI, the game mechanics, everything is so fluid. I love it. I wish they just made a mode with no building. That would be so nice.
Yeah, it would be quite cool.
Yeah, but that's Fortnite's unique selling point is you have to build stuff as well.
They could still have the building part. Just have a version for those of us who don't like building or want to do our building in Minecraft.
Yeah, but what you've got to understand is, Duke, they make like $1 billion a month. So did they care? Probably not.
Well, they are dropping in numbers.
They are, but they're still raking billions in.
Yeah, but you think at this point to throw in a mode where there's no building isn't going to be a big problem for them.
Yeah, but it takes time. They're too busy adding in special skins and character models and stuff tied in with John Wick and God knows what else. They don't care about none of that shit. By the way, can I just interrupt because MTK Live Horizontal HD says we're not involving anyone in the chat.
Oh, okay.
So
now since we talked to you, so screw you.
Yeah, he's got a question. He says, anybody know how long you're supposed to store a chicken in the freezer? I can answer that question for you.
This is a running joke, but before you go into the actual answer, I was streaming snooker one day, and he asked me this question, and then this sparked a big debate, and then Tara got involved.
I can tell,
but what people don't know, these people my snooker people won't know, is that Stu with a northern accent, he's an actual chef.
And I have got an advanced. Can I just say, I've got an advanced diploma in food hygiene, so I can actually answer this question in the correct way. So here's the thing: you can actually store a chicken in a freezer indefinitely, so for as long as you like, because the bacteria that will be on it will be dormant. So anything below about -20 would lay dormant and nothing would happen. It wouldn't multiply. Now, what would happen is, though, the quality would deteriorate over time. So you get freeze burn. So it probably wouldn't be very nice to eat, but you wouldn't get poisoned. Now, here's the thing. Ideally, the recommended amount of time you should store any sort of meat product in a freezer, or anything for that matter, is about 3 months. So 3 months.
But if I freeze chicken for 6 months,
back to video games.
I'm not going to die.
No. You could freeze it for 20 years and you probably wouldn't have any problems. It just wouldn't taste very nice.
Okay, great. As Duke said, that is the freezing chicken part. I'm glad that
there you go.
chat
it's done.
Are into this. Pilch has said, "Are we really doing this?"
Yeah.
So yes. So Duke, you tried Fortnite. It ain't for you.
That's right. The end.
Fuck Fortnite.
I tried Fortnite when it first came out with Daisy, and I was happily merrily running along in the area with no just a few trees and that, and then I saw someone in the distance, and all of a sudden Daisy goes, "Quick, get in here!" And I'm thinking, what are you on about getting here? We're just running along in fresh air. Turns around, she's built a 3-story fucking building while I've been looking at this person.
It's crazy.
Okay, I'm out.
I think if you play Fortnite is a really good test to see if you're old, right? And I have never felt so old in all my life. I played with a friend of the show, Sumu. We know Sumu. His son, so Will. I was on Fortnite and he said, "Hey, Chinny, you playing Fortnite? Do you want to team up with me?" Will is about 18 years old, and he's a young go-getter, whippersnapper. And I said, "Yes, I will." And he did exactly that. Pills, you know what I mean? You turn around, he's got a 3-story building with a bathroom and an ensuite, and you're like, how the fuck is he doing this? But I did get my youth. I crawled my youth back. You know when you're getting older and you don't want to realise this. I said to Will, but I wasn't bad though, was I, Will? I was pretty good. And he bless him, he enlightened me and he said, no, you was good. You was good. Like you wasn't. I wasn't embarrassing or anything. Will you'd let me play with you and your mates, wouldn't you? And he's like, yeah. Not my real mates, but some of them.
For a 90-year-old.
Yeah, exactly. So he did indulge me. But yes, I think if you do play Fortnite and you think this isn't for me, you are old. It's an old test. Yeah, and it's no coincidence that all of us all think that Fortnite is not for us.
I think what's kind of interesting is that obviously there's been quite a big news in this country this week because a UK lad of 15 won this massive, came second, by the way, he was second, didn't he, with a Dutch player in this huge tournament. He's won just under £1 million.
Yes.
For coming second.
Speaking of news in the UK, congratulations on your new Prime Minister.
Oh, yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah, cheers for that.
Now y'all don't get to make fun of us, huh?
He's like a younger version of Trump.
Well, yeah.
I'm gonna play the "Let's fucking move on" card.
Yeah, move on.
All right,
let's move on.
From Boris. So, yeah, Fortnite's fucked. We're all old. Death is imminent. No one escapes death. Excellent. I do have a story time. I just realised. Oh my god! I went to a wedding.
My favorite time. It's
you did. I know about this.
Story time.
I went to a wedding, and it was Richard Webster's wedding. So for people that don't know, Richard Webster is a friend of the show. When we started the Overseas Connection long time ago, it was originally 4 people: Greg, Richard Webster, Aaron, and me. And so I've known Richard for a long, long time. And I went to his wedding, and I had a great day. I had a great time at his wedding, and it was lovely to see him get wed. I met his wife. I met a lot of his family, his uncle, and he's a right laugh. We had a right good old time. Wasn't a big wedding, wasn't a big affair. So I kind of I was like, oh shit, this is not a big wedding. Why the fuck did you invite me, Rich? Because you probably kept it small, right? Kept it lean. Just invited a few people, and I was like, why the fuck am I here? Like, I could probably count
Bongo's in Ireland and Greg's in America.
Yeah,
obvious.
Yeah, and I was like, fucking hell. But no, it was great. It was such a good day. Everything. It did rain, but it didn't spoil the day. We was all fine. We all had a good time. Yeah. So I thought I'd mention that. So, oh yeah, and by the way, I have never seen somebody so nervous at a wedding than Rich. He was a nervous wreck. When she walked in, the lovely Jill, he calmed down a lot. But he got emotional. He was nervous. He was shaking. I was like, fucking hell, Rich. Like, I barely cried. I didn't cry on my way. I barely, like, you were there, Stu. I didn't do it.
You were very chilled.
I was very chilled.
Well, let's be honest, right? Chinny would be chilled if there was a nuclear bomb about to hit in 5 minutes. He'd still be like, yeah, it's fine.
Well, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Exactly.
I'd be more stressed out about the numbers of Mario Maker people playing my levels.
Let's be honest. You're not the most. You're not the best example of someone who like to compare to, are you? Really? Let's be honest.
No, I am pretty laid back. That comes with pros and cons, but let's not analyse my behaviours. But anyway, Rich Webster he had a great wedding. He's now married. Congratulations to him.
Oh, congratulations, Rich.
Thank you for inviting me. Lovely stuff. Isn't it lovely that we all know each other?
It's lovely.
It's great, isn't it?
By the way, talking of story times, can I just ask, have you heard anything from EGX yet, Chinny?
I don't think so. I
haven't.
With my laid-back nature comes my laziness to check things.
Yeah, no, I've seen nothing yet. So it is looking a bit dodge.
It is looking a bit dodge, but also with my laid-back nature, I don't care.
You don't care. We're not bothered.
No.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Got another 3 months yet.
Exactly, Pilch. That's what I keep telling myself.
There's time for him to send us some, yeah, and we'll complain bitterly in the way that we've set it up this time anyway.
Yes.
Arses.
Fuck them. Right. Let's go to Pilch.
Okay. What, Minecraft? I'm addicted. Oh,
isn't it?
Whose fault is it? I'm addicted to this.
Isn't it
Is
glorious?
that Minecraft or Boarcraft?
It's fucking.
Oh, I've been playing it so much. It's ridiculous.
It's
so much that the first game I bought that didn't come with a Switch, I bought Minecraft.
Yeah, you legend.
I'm just digging shit for no reason.
It's just
That's
the
what you do
weirdest
for
thing.
mine.
Oh. Right, I'd keep making my little area bigger. I think, I've got everything just right. It's lovely. I've got a nice little wall round. I just need a bit more space. So I knock my wall down and I move it another 10 foot across a bit and build that up and that's better. I can sit and relax there. No, I just need to, that big mountain that I built my house in, I don't really like the mountain being there now, so I better just take that mountain out. And I spent 3 hours making a mountain
Did you
half the
use
size it
TNT
was.
to blow everything up?
No, but someone, now Chinny,
What?
have you been to my house?
I don't even know where the fuck it is.
Because someone left a box of TNT on my pressure plate of my front door.
I have never been to your house.
Luckily,
Is that like a booby trap? Does it blow up?
Yeah, if I'd have come from the outside and opened the door, it would have blown the shit out of my house.
That is quite funny, I'm going to say.
Daisy was distraught. She's been playing with me and she said, who would do that? Who would do such a thing?
Yeah.
So luckily we spawned in the house, not outside. But
Luckily, she doesn't know your friends. That's the thing.
Oh dear.
I remember.
That's so funny.
On the old realm. Well, it wasn't really a realm, but I remember I was in there, and this is when we actually used to talk to each other, like with the voice, and you could hear people talk. And John Mouse was in there, and he said, "Chinny, come round my house. I got this cool thing." I was like, "Okay." Walked in, exploded, and then someone blocked all my doors with obsidian, and someone
built a giant cock. Didn't
someone
they?
put a penis on my house, and several people put a stadium in front of my house.
Yes,
So
that was enormous.
I get constant abuse, Minecraft abuse, Pilch. So you saying to me, yeah, it's playful. Yeah, it is. Yeah. All these fucking hours that I put into this thing. So you saying to me, Pilch, that someone put TNT on your doorstep is like, I don't know.
It's funny.
I'm trying to think of the equivalent here.
The thing is, what you've got to understand, Pilch, is obviously you suspected it possibly might be Chinny, but he just couldn't be arsed. It's not his style.
The only person who's got a house near mine is Bongo. So
this, I mean, I don't want to accuse it. I don't want to point fingers, right? But I know Bongo has done stuff. The other thing that I didn't mention. Is.
That has Bongo written all
I forgot.
over it.
I forgot. No, don't go accusing, because you got to be careful. I've got to be careful, because if I accuse Bongo of something, then all of a sudden a fucking load of TNT is going to land on my statue.
I'm in this realm, so it makes no difference. I can accuse him.
Yes, you could accuse. But the other thing as well, someone fucking made a snow golem, right, on my world. So I'm making this like moat right around my statue. So at the moment, you've seen it, Pilcher. I saw you sacrifice yourself by my statue, and thank you for the you are now blessed. There's a lot of empty land by my statue, so this snow golem just put snow everywhere, all over the place, and it took forever to clear it all. And then this snow golem got into my house and people keep putting chickens in my fucking house. And just all sorts of weird shit goes on. But what I'll say to you, Pilch, is this is the price of crazy, mad fame that we all have on the podcast. I know...
That's the price of building an enormous fuck-off statue. I dare say people wouldn't
No,
Duke, with you, I think, if you didn't...
Ignore what Duke says. It is the price of crazy... mad rich fame.
Look upon my works and
now I know, Pilch, you look at me and go, wow, will I ever get to that standard? I understand that, and the answer is no, but you are getting a degree of what I get, and that's the price I pay. I'm happy to pay that, but Pilch, you have to pay it as well. I'm sorry, but this is just it. You are...
I wouldn't mind one of them snow golems for myself. I built my house in the mountain because it snows all the time.
Yeah, it does. My statue constantly gets snowed on. I did figure out if you put redstone down, then it doesn't even, the snow doesn't land on the redstone, so that does work. So what else have you been working on your Minecraft? What's your latest project?
I built a swimming pool and a jacuzzi.
Nice.
Indoor pool. The jacuzzi's got bubbles. I don't know how that happened. Daisy suddenly appeared and said, "Look, Daddy, I put some bubbles in your jacuzzi," which is nice.
Because you're farting in it. That's how you get
bubbles. Because I'm in a mountain, I'm just
making a note. Never share a jacuzzi with Stu.
Yeah, fart to get bubbles, man.
I just keep building further into the mountain, so I've got this tiny little house that's sort of just on the side, but it just goes in and in and in. Like got 5 floors and a cellar, but I've been concentrating on my animals as well. Got to get my animals. I've been making them nice little pens. But I like them to be nice and comfy, so I've put all the windows in for them and everything. They're not out in the elements.
Just a darling.
You see, it's interesting for me because it's years since I played. I only played Minecraft on the very original 035's Realm server thing that was somebody's Xbox running. But you're right, Pilchy, it's a weird thing, Minecraft, because I built this like house with a roof terrace, and before I knew what was happening, I was building like tree houses and stuff in the trees next to it, and you just keep expanding, don't you? It's just like you just keep on going.
That's the addiction of it. You just think. I literally wanted just this little tiny stone house. So I thought, that's all I need, and then I'll just go wandering around and look at everybody else's stuff. I ain't left my plot of land since I started playing it. God knows what everything was, where everything. I went to Chinny's once, but No, just I mean, Daisy's been doing loads of stuff. She plays with me. She's 15
So
now.
how old's Daisy?
She's 15.
Oh,
and
God,
she
I thought
can't.
she was like young,
Oh,
like
God,
about
no.
10 or something.
She can't. Well, she can't be seen to be playing. You see, so she won't play as her. She signs in as a guest.
Well, because of her friends, in case he
Yeah.
don't like Greek. That is funny. It's not
But
cool, Dad. It's not cool to play.
She's addicted to to bloody Mario Kart at the moment. I've literally played about 2 hours of my Switch since I got it. They're off school at the moment, so she phones me up this morning. Can I play your Switch, Dad? This is about 10 o'clock. I got home at 5:30 and she was still playing.
Your own Switch.
She was still playing it, so she'd literally not moved off the sofa playing bloody Mario Kart for about 8 hours. But no, so it's very good. I'm not into all this, like this thing here where he's got all these hoppers and shit. Oh, matey here with the eye.
Yeah, Audrex.
Looking at.
Yeah.
He come up the other day, just trotted into my house and
he's a good
on
lad.
his little horse.
Yeah.
And he gave me some diamonds and he trotted again.
Because he's a fucking diamond himself, that's why. He's a ledge.
He's a diamond
oh,
geezer.
That was nice. It's quite weird that someone would just suddenly appear on a horse with armor and everything and just give you something and then.
You see, that's just the randomness of Minecraft,
Yeah,
though,
it's
isn't it?
good. It's just so. I've been playing quite a lot of just sit and chill shit at the moment.
I must admit, I do feel like I'm missing out here. I must admit, I'm looking at this. I'm thinking, no,
you can't play it though, Stuart. Oh no, you can if you play on PC.
I've got a PC. I've got a PC, man. I can play this.
Because obviously the PlayStation wankers won't let us play with him.
Yeah, PlayStation wankers. But yeah, I do feel like I don't know, but I do enjoy it when I'm playing it. But then I end up feeling like it's a bit pointless. But then
it is pointless. Yeah, but yeah. Like
I said on Boss Wave the other day, games are a waste of time. This is just a horrendous waste of time.
Yeah.
It's more pointless than anything else you play.
Yes.
Especially if they turn the server off.
It's just funny because just random stuff and like even the dynamite on your doorstep thing is just funny. You know, people doing random things.
Like for example, like I put a sign down, right, saying I have plans for this area. Please don't touch. And then somebody else put a sign down saying protected hedgehog zone, crossing path. And then somebody else put a sign saying, have you got proof of purchase? Right, so it's like just stupid shit that happens.
Yeah.
And like
that just makes you smile.
That's the thing about it.
No, and yeah, most of the time you don't.
Anybody's been on, unless they're on while you're on. You don't know who's someone.
And I think in a way,
people on.
It's a bit like Will I Am because you don't know who's done it, but it's just funny. But you're just like, who did that? I don't know.
You got to explain Will I Am. You mean the speak pipe, not the actual person. Will I Am.
Yeah. Speak pipe Will I Am. It's like we no idea who it is. And we don't really want to know, but it's the intrigue, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who is that?
For example, like my neighbour, which is Chopper Kelly in Minecraft, he's got this ugly wall, right? So I made this path by the ugly wall a bit more interesting. I put nicer stone there, and then he saw that and made the ugly wall better, right? And then he's made this whole path to another part of something. And he says, oh, check out the other stuff that I've been doing. And, like, you look around, and honestly, like, it's crazy. When you start walking around the realm, you're like, oh, my God, what's this? And then sometimes you walk for a long, long time, and then you realise, I didn't even know this was here. There's this big crane that I didn't even know was there. Somebody made, like, a crane. It's crazy. And I'm like, I didn't even know.
Oh, you must have been near my house then, because I've seen the crane, and I haven't ventured very far.
Yeah,
if you get on the train to Bongos.
Yeah.
And halfway there's a branch that we built.
Speaking of Will I Am.
My meat is on your nose, my balls are on your chin.
That's the funniest thing. That is just.
It was just perfect but anyway, we're not
talking about it. I just played it.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about Minecraft.
So how do I get to yours, Pilch?
Right, get on the train to Bongos.
Get on the train to Bongos.
And then halfway along, when it will suddenly branch off, it will stop, and then instead of there being just carry on to Bongos, there's another route that goes to my house now,
right,
and it literally comes into my courtyard.
Okay. Right. I mean, that's the thing. Somebody, so I went in one day and somebody said, "We're building a train station. Chinny, do you want a spot?" I'm like, yeah, okay. And then you're like, okay, I guess I've got to fucking make a train to my place now, which I still haven't made, but they've saved me a spot. So it's like, what the fuck is going on? It's so crazy.
I'll be honest, even the original one, there was like one day I was on, and then I went on the next day, and there was someone had built a space shuttle. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? And it was enormous. And I'm like, how has someone done that in a day?
Yeah.
It's like, it's just, and you can see it because it was enormous. Like, what is that?
Yeah.
People are mad.
Anyway, back to Minecraft in 2019, not 2014.
I know, but it's a similar thing now, isn't it? Like you said, you go around, there's a crane. Right. It's like, where's the crane come from?
Yeah, someone made it.
I want you to come back.
That's Minecraft. Brilliant. Okay, great.
Minecraft.
We're all happy. Minecraft. Very quickly for me, I downloaded the Gears 5 test, but I didn't play it. I really wanted to play it. So if anybody wants to play,
that's the story of your life these days.
Gears of War 5 for a little bit with me, let me know. We'll sort something out.
It's done now, isn't it?
Oh, is it done?
Yeah, it's last weekend and this weekend, so it's gone.
Rubbish.
Let me take that back. If anybody wants to play Gears of War 5 with me, it is now done.
Wait till it's released.
Till October.
So wait till October when I get it on Game Pass. Fantastic. Great. So that was a waste of a download.
It was.
All those megapixels that I downloaded. Who hasn't? Stu, you haven't gone for a while.
No, I've not gone for a bit. Yeah, Run Boy Run on Expert done. Yeah, I can get through that now, no problems.
So remind us, Run Boy Run.
Beat Saber. That's on the Beat Saber. Run
That's
Boy Run.
Beat Saber. Yeah.
It's a Beat Saber. So now I'm working on Shatter Me. If you want to bring that up, a little bit more difficult.
I'll give you a bit of an insight to what I think of the video clips that you. I do thank you for sending me the video clips, but when you're not listening to them, Stu, they all look the fucking same.
Yeah, well, they do and they don't.
They do.
If you were playing the game, you'd know the difference.
They do.
But yeah, so I'm working on Shatter Me.
You do, but you know.
So what I'm doing, so this is what I'm doing. I'm putting it in no fail mode, and obviously practicing the parts that I'm struggling with.
Yeah.
And then obviously once I've got all that off to pat, then I'll be getting a good score and sort of seeing if I can nail it without sort of failing. Yeah, Shatter Me is a whole other level of difficulty. Like Run Boy Run's not too bad. Once you get the rhythm, it's actually quite an easy song to play. It just looks impressive, but it's not quite as difficult. Shatter Me, it's a whole other level of difficulty. This thing is just ridiculous. Like the fast sections when it's just mad. You just like, I have no idea how I'm going to get through this, but you just do. It's weird. Once you start getting the rhythm and start seeing it, your kind of brain computes it before you actually get to it. Yeah. But yeah, I'm still loving Beat Saber. It's just an incredible game. The side quest has been updated again. So that's now using this Beat On thing, which actually loads it directly to the headset without having to link up anymore. So they keep improving on that, and side quest is just incredible.
Stuart, I've got a condition, right?
Yeah.
My condition is this: I will allow you to continue to talk about Beat Saber.
Yeah.
If you send me a video of you playing it.
Yeah, I will try and do this, but what we need is some mixed reality, like this girl here.
No, we don't. No, we don't. It's more funny without it. So what I need you to do is I need you to ask your lovely wife or lovely daughter to hold the camera and just film you playing this song. Right.
Yeah, this is such a hard song.
Because
I need to practice a little bit more.
No. For the audio listeners, we're watching a woman play Beat Saber, and she has some sort of green screen where you can see her swiping the sabers and all sorts of stuff.
And she's a ninja, let's be honest.
She's very, very good, and she's sort of dancing along to it, and she's just on it. Very polished sort of way of presenting Beat Saber. It's very good. I want the absolute opposite to this. I want rough and ready. You just look like a psychopath But I want you to genuinely play it. I want you to actually play it.
I did this game, so I'm not going to not play it.
I think if you can get that ready for this Sunday, which is the episode 500,
I think I'll try.
It's not that difficult.
Special.
Stu, stop telling. Look,
Yeah,
I
really,
know
stop-
how easy it is.
What's the matter with you?
Right? All you have to do is, I mean, Millie can text it to me. It's like, Millie, can you film this thing and then text it to Ginny on WhatsApp and then it's
She's
done.
probably got a shit ton of footage of him doing it anyway that you don't know.
The background, is that what you're after?
Say again.
Because I can do that
What?
with me playing it with just on the TV in the background.
Yes.
We can do that.
Just do that.
That's a possibility.
Just do that. It's fine. So, I don't need to see the game. That's not that important. I just want to see you waving your arms around.
No, we want some context. What is the matter with you?
I think context.
We don't want context. Don't tell us what we want. We want to see you flailing your arms around and getting sweaty in your headset.
Yeah.
It's possible. I'm on
I want
holiday,
some
so
sort
that's
of
possible.
video made of you.
Mills doesn't even need to do it. Set it up against the side of the shelf or something, point it at you, and then flail your arms about, and that's it.
Use your
Okay.
dash cam.
Oh yeah, use the dash
Thanks.
cam.
Okay, good. Right, and then when you send that clip, you can talk more about Beat Saber.
So anyway, Shatter Me is what I'm working on at the moment.
Great.
So that's what I'm
but
doing.
you can't talk about Beat Saber anymore because I haven't got that clip.
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's
I
all I'm
need
talking-
that clip for you. That's
That
your
is it.
key.
That is
That's your
Beat
key
Saber.
to unlock more Beat Saber talk. Seeing as you've played Beat Saber every week and it's dull, is there anything else that you've been playing?
Yes, I have. Interestingly, on SideQuest, you can load a game called Wrong Voyage EX.
Right.
And it's actually pretty good. It's a low poly, kind of looks a little bit like Minecrafty type graphics. But it's cool. It's kind of like a little bit of a adventure. It reminded me a lot of Another World.
It does look like it's the same palette as Another World.
Yeah, it's same palette and it's quite spooky. It's kind
But
of
it's first
scary.
person. Let's get that straight. It's not
It's
2D
first
game.
person.
It's first person. Yeah.
It's got complete full locomotion, so there's no sort of jerky movement. What's kind of cool about the quest though, if you turn in the direction you need to go, you don't need the jerky camera movement. You know where he's like jerking around when he turns corners. You can just turn yourself.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. So that's what I've been doing. It looks really great. The scale's really good. It's kind of difficult but interesting.
So is it a puzzle game?
Yeah, it's kind of a puzzle game crossed with an adventure. The basic premise is you've ended up in the wrong levels of a game. So
no.
that's like the premise of the game. But I really, really like it. The scale, and it looks great, and it's free.
I
It's
have to say, just a disclosure here, I'm looking at it, Stu, and I believe you when you say it looks great, but this looks naff to me in terms of graphically.
It does. No, it does if you're looking at it like this. But if you're in full 3D 360, it looks fine. For what it is, it's fine, and it works. It's very smooth, but it's just totally spooky. The music, the atmosphere, the sound effects. Like in this level, you're looking at these red spiders come at you, and they just make the weirdest noise.
It sounds like you're having a dream.
It is a little bit like that.
Actually, I have the sound clip for the spider noise right here.
Whoop, whoop, woo.
Yeah, that is weird.
that is kind of how they would sound. But look, it's totally free and it's really, really great. I really.
So the name of that game is Wrong Voyage X.
Wrong Voyage, and if you've got you can only get it through SideQuest, so it's not an official release.
So it's a dodgy game.
It's kind of dodgy.
It's a dodgy game.
It's kind of dodgy.
You son of a
but
bitch.
SideQuest is great. I love SideQuest, and they update it nearly every week. So they are on that thing all the time.
You realise
so...
one day SideQuest is just going to suck your brain out.
I know. That is kind of what's going to happen. But they keep adding new stuff all the time, and they update it. Like I say, on a weekly basis, it's updated. Every time Beat Saber gets updated, they update it so you can still sideload songs and stuff. So they're always on it.
That's great. Software updates happen. Duke.
Yeah.
Yes.
Games.
No.
Pilch.
A couple more. I just talk about one more. Blazing Chrome.
I played this, Pilch.
Okay, I'll start then, and you can jump in if you.
I
you can
will, mate.
correct me.
I will.
Right. If you've got access to Super Protector, just fucking play that. It's exactly the same game.
It's not the same
free
game.
on...
It's not
Shut up.
It's not as good as Pro
Oh,
Protector.
okay. Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm definitely agreeing. Um, it's free on Game Pass. By all means, give it a go. But if everyone can get a SNES emulator or whatever, or SNES Mini. Was it on SNES? It's on my SNES Mini.
It's on the SNES Mini, but it's
Contra,
which is
it's
it's
same
exactly
thing.
the same game.
Yeah, just robots instead of people.
Yeah, because of Germany.
All right, it looks all right. I played the first 2 levels, but like I say, there's no point. If you like Pro Protector, play bloody Pro Protector. Don't buy this.
So, yeah, I mean, I played this with Pete, my brother Pete. Me and Pete are massive fans of the Pro Protector. We were big fans of Pro Protector, and we were really excited about this. So we tried to play online. That didn't work because it doesn't have online. So we waited a week, and then I actually physically went round his house and played it in his attic, which is hotter than the sun. His attic, because it was last week when we had the hot weather, and also it's an attic, so all the heat goes up, and it's just so warm in there. So we played it in there, and yeah, I think there are some good points about it, but I think I do agree with you, Pilch. It is not as good as Super Pro Protector, and there are several reasons. The first reason that I think is annoying is that the jump doesn't feel right. When you jump in Super Pro Protector, it's not context sensitive, right? So if in Super Pro Protector, if you press it, he just jumps. In Blazing Chrome, he jumps to how hard you press it. Very similar to Mario. I suppose that's quite it's a more advanced technique, but it felt wrong. I can't explain it. In Mario, it feels right. In Blazing Chrome, it feels wrong. It feels like it should play a little bit more like Pro Protector, but it doesn't. That was the first striking thing. I think the characters are bigger and the sprites are bigger, which means the screen is a bit more clunkier. It feels like there's less room on the screen than Super Pro Protector. The other weapons, I don't know if you found this, Pilch, but anything that isn't the main weapon is shit. I didn't like it.
It's one of them things, a bit like R-Type, where it just selects it if you walk over it.
Yeah.
So you spend your time trying to avoid the shit.
Yeah,
icons.
and you can go back to your machine gun if you press the triggers and stuff, but yeah, it's anything outside the main weapon doesn't feel very good, and it is blatantly ripping off Super Pro Protector.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's like ridiculous how, you know what I mean, how close it is to it. So I mean, it is a nice little like, yeah, you know, if you just want to try it. Me and Pete will try and finish it off. But the other thing as well is that some of it's actually really difficult. We stopped playing it because we couldn't get past a certain boss, and it was quite hard. And it's the boss that I've just put on screen now, and there's several stages to it, and we were struggling. We were really struggling just to kill it, and we ended up giving up mainly because we were too warm in the attic. But yeah, we couldn't play it anymore because we just struggled to finish it. So
the whole time I was playing it, I just kept looking at my little SNES Mini there and thinking, well, I might as well just play. I just put Pro Protector on instead.
Yeah, you do feel like that. You do feel like that. Like it's, you know, it did it better on Pro Protector. But yeah, I don't know. I just felt like that it was a little bit too difficult. The controls didn't quite feel right, and the weapons wasn't very good. It just isn't as good.
It looks alright for what it's supposed to be.
Oh, it looks like Pro Protector.
And the sound and everything. It goes. I mean, they've done a good job of copying it, but they just got the mechanics wrong.
It's the actual design of the levels, and it feels a bit wrong. So, yeah, if it was the same artists that worked on a game, but a different game designer, different level designer, then we'd probably have a game. But the problem with it is just the way everything flows. It doesn't quite feel right. There's a lot of instances of like infinite baddies as well that happen, which doesn't feel satisfying. An infinite flow of bad guys coming into the screen is just really annoying, especially when you have to do it several times. And yeah, so I didn't love it. I didn't think it was particularly very good. They do play around with the mechanic. They give you a mech to use and all sorts of stuff, but it's all pretty short-lived. Very inspired by Alien. There's loads of touches to 90s sort of B-movie stuff, and well, Alien isn't a B-movie, but you get my gist. So there's lots of inspiration from the 90s, lots of inspiration from Pro Protector, but I'm like you, Pilch. I didn't walk away from this going, this is my new Pro Protector. Do you know what I mean? No.
But it's free, so
on Game Pass.
It's worth giving it a try.
Yeah, but it is local co-op, so you'd have to play it with somebody in the same room, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's disappointing. I didn't realise, because I only played it on my own anyway. I didn't go into the two-player, but disappointing that they couldn't manage to get it online. Perhaps they just wanted to go for the old couch co-op.
Ultimately, I think it's down to development time, like the lack of will to do it.
No, I'm giving them the
money.
I'm saying they wanted to keep it old school.
No, you give them the benefit of the doubt. I just say it's partly money, partly laziness. Okay, so Blazing Chrome done. Duke, you got nothing left. Pilch, Blazing Chrome. Stu,
nothing left.
No, I haven't really got anything left.
Pilch,
Turtle said nothing.
No, I better save something for the boss wave, hadn't I?
Fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them guys. What do you care?
No, we don't care actually.
Anything else you want to talk about, Pilch?
No, go on. I'm done.
Excellent stuff.
Tetris 99. I played a bit of that.
I love Tetris now. They've changed it a bit though.
I wouldn't know about that.
You wouldn't know, would you? Yeah, they've changed it a bit, but yeah, I've never finished first. That's one thing I haven't done.
I think I got about 15th. But someone said don't play when the Japanese are playing because they're too good. Can't remember who it was. And when I looked on the finishing list, they're all Japanese people, and I thought, okay, that's probably why I come 15th.
Yeah, I mean, I think they teach it at school over there. That's why. Right, news. I don't really agree with the news section, but Stu, what's going on with the news?
There's nothing much really apart from the
putting news first.
The biggest thing that's in the news this week is about the Joy-Con experiences and drift and stuff. Have you had this, Chinny?
No,
I've had this. I've had it.
No, I mean, I've had this on every controller I've ever owned. Right.
I've had 2 Xbox One controllers that started doing it literally like within a couple of weeks.
I had my original Xbox controller, which was a white controller, started drifting.
There you go. You got the same one as me because you got the
Sunset Overdrive one.
And that's my one. And after about 6 weeks, mine packed up.
No, mine, to be fair, mine was like a couple of years. I'm holding in my hand now a black Xbox One controller with the jack in the bottom and all sorts of stuff. So far, it's fine. I expect it to drift eventually. My 360 controller's drifted. I don't know why this is news. I suppose because the controllers are a little bit more part of the
I think the problem is there's a lot of people experiencing this.
But it happened on the 360 all the time.
I know.
Everybody's
using controllers. I had to replace my Xbox One controller.
The problem is that if you want to buy new Joy-Cons, which I did this week, by the way, right? I got a green and pink one or some shit like that, right? They're fucking 70 quid. That's the problem.
That's the problem. But Nintendo are actually fixing them for free, but didn't really announce it. So if you phone up the support now, they will fix them for free. So that's the news, I guess. If you've got this problem,
they were sued.
Well, no, somebody did bring they brought a case against them, but obviously in the meantime they've gone, yeah, we don't really want to mess with that, so we'll just fix them.
Yeah.
So that's what's happened as a result of this lawsuit that someone's brought against them.
Well, yeah.
So there you go.
I bought 2 extra ones. The stupid thing about the extra Joy-Cons is that I can't charge them.
Oh, without attaching them to the Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been swapping them up.
You can't independently charge them while the
You
others
can
are on.
you
I-
can
I
buy
get
a
what you mean.
dock.
Yeah.
And you can. I saw this thing actually. You know that little black clip thing that you can put on the Joy-Con to make it slightly more robust. You can buy. There's a third-party one that makes it even bigger and makes it a little bit more girthy.
Okay.
And you can put that on and then charge through the Joy-Con. And I was like,
Right.
oh, that's interesting. So I was thinking about
What about the little thing that you plug the Joy-Cons into to make a controller? Has that
No.
got a chargey point on it?
No.
Okay.
No. The controller, I call it the H controller, is just a piece of stupid plastic. It does nothing. There's no... I'm holding mine now. The only technical thing in there is the little mirrors that they have to show you the lights of the Joy-Cons. There is no charge in it. There's no way to plug stuff in it. It's just a dumb piece of plastic. And they could have... You're right, Pilch. They could have easily put like a little thing in there so you can plug a thing in there and then charge your Joy-Con separately. That would have been amazing. But Nintendo don't give a shit about that.
Can I just say, by the way, I've got some food coming in a minute because I haven't had any tea or nothing.
That's really amateur to eat during the show.
I know. I've got ribs and rice coming.
Nice.
Won't catch me eating on our show.
I know, it's terrible.
Terrible.
Especially not chocolate.
Is any other
I
news?
was definitely not eating chocolate
No,
on
that
our
was
show this week.
apart from the
Just
British,
let's say there isn't.
Yeah, apart from
No,
British
news,
dude
go.
winning the Fortnite thing, there's nothing else. That was it.
Excellent. Brilliant.
So we've
Okay.
got emails though. We've got loads of those.
We've got emails. Let's go into them.
Whoa, that ruled.
Okay. Righto, here is the first email. It is from Blake. And he says this. He says, Hey, I played Chinny's level, and it was pretty good for his first level. I like the part where you had to like time green mushrooms. Do you know what that means? I'm guessing. You had to time green mushrooms just right to get all those extra lives.
Oh, that's my very first level. Yeah.
That's your very first.
So the 1-ups, the 1-up mushroom. There's 4 in there, and you have to kind of time it right to get all 4. It's a bit tricky. but
8 more levels, Chinny.
I have.
That's what he says.
I've made 2 more since
That's
that
what
one.
he says. That's what he
Yeah,
says.
so shut up.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut up.
I'm only joking.
Next email
Thanks,
is
Blake.
from
Thanks, Blake.
yeah.
Thank you, Blake.
Next email's from Derek Sands.
Derek Sands.
And he says this, you're having a laugh or two. Hello again, veteran gamers.
Hello.
This week in Newcastle upon Tyne, I had 2 reasons to laugh, which I thought I would share with you.
Okay.
Are you ready? In a post-Trump Johnson leadership world, reasons to laugh are probably needed more than ever.
Mm-hmm.
Shots
Yeah,
fired,
what-
shots fired, shots fired, Duke. Shots fired, apparently.
It's not.
Anyway, number 1. I saw
Shots fired! Shots fired!
food coming, people. There is food. I
Yay.
am ready for food. Yeah, stick your scrap. Oh my god, that looks amazing.
Don't get your knobs all sticky.
I will not get my knob sticky while I'm eating my scram.
Okay.
That's fine. Thank you for the advice.
And thank you for bringing my food in
And
here.
thanks, Nilly. You're very kind. Look at that, I tell you. Anyway,
We can't look at it. It's an audio show.
I know.
No, get it.
I know, it looks good. It looks good.
Again.
Number 1.
Can't
Number
see
1.
it.
I saw an advert in the window of the local tanning beauty salon, which read as like follows. Here we go.
Okay.
Brexit tans available, but no visa needed and no waiting required.
That's good.
That's good. I like that.
You gotta
Linking Brexit to getting a false tan seems bizarre, but it made me laugh. Number 2. I saw a man riding through the city centre on a motorbike wearing a full Predator mask, specifically the dreadlock Predator from the second movie. I assume he was wearing a motorbike helmet underneath the mask, unless he was a real Predator, of course.
He wasn't. I'll just spoil that for you now.
That is just so random. Why would someone do that?
Motorbike helmets have taken a weird path.
People are weird. Anyway, here we go. So, veteran gamers, can you think of any amusing shop adverts or shop names you've seen recently? And what is the funniest thing you've seen on a motorbike or a vehicle in motion?
I can't
We will answer one of your questions. We're not answering 17 questions at once.
I can't answer the bike one, but I remember seeing an advert, and it was in a shop window. Sorry, no, Matt saw this and he sent me a picture of it, right? And it was in a shop window, and it was an A4 piece of paper, right? Wasn't any fancy print, no sort of like, like posh sort of stuff. And it was a shop window, and it was in Devon, and it was written in biro, trips to London, call me, and a mobile number. That was it.
Okay. Well, here's my favorite ad. You ready?
I think you just dismissed your funny anecdote about a shop advert.
Here.
Wade Boggs Carpet World. Wade Boggs Carpet World. Wade Boggs Carpet World.
The whole clip has him saying it 5 times, but whatever. I'll take what I can get.
The other one.
World.
It's got that got annoying very quickly. The other one was I think it was like an old banger of a car, right? Name an old banger, Stu. Car.
Ford Fiesta.
You cheeky fucker, right? So like a rusty Ford Fiesta, P-Reg, right? It's just fucked. And on the back of it, it said, "Call me to find out how to be financially free."
And did you?
I should have, shouldn't I? I should have called him.
Maybe
one of his things was buy a fucking banger of a car.
Wait a minute. Why isn't he financially free? Oh wait, he is.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of amusing vehicle stories. Not so much an advert story, but we went to the Dominican Republic many years ago on holiday.
Okay.
And the holiday rep said, "Look, if anyone offers you a ride on a motorbike, just sort of refuse them."
Yes, that's good advice. Pretty much anywhere.
And we said, "Why?" And she was like, "Because, well, you'll see for yourself." And
when you get kidnapped and tortured,
no, not that. No. We went out one day, and a bike rode past us, and no word of a lie, there were at least 8 people on it.
Yeah.
And basically what they do is they pick you up, and then they just continue picking people up until they can't fit any more people on the motorbike.
What's the problem?
Yeah, exactly. And then the other one, and this was in Africa. We went to Africa on holiday as well.
Also,
and we saw what was basically the chassis of a car with an engine and seats on it, and that was it. There was no shell. There was no anything else. There was nothing else. And there was
look at Mr. Fancy. I want to have a roof.
I know. And there was about 10 people in the car driving down the road with nothing but a chassis and an engine and a steering wheel.
What people need to get around in East Timor, they ride on the top of the buses, the microlets. There's this dude wearing a shawl. He would crawl out the back door, climb on the roof, and then go in a side window. And this is while the freaking bus is going around hairpin turns on a mountain cliff.
Oh yeah,
They're
people are
fearless over
crazy.
there.
People just don't care.
Hey, they got bigger things to worry about,
Any adverts from you, Pilch?
The only thing I can think of recently is probably a picture that Chris from the Boss Wave sent, showing a big billboard of this gaunless-looking twat advertising some sort of university. So that was quite amusing.
That was my grandfather.
He looked really weird.
Yeah.
Strange-looking dude.
Yeah, right, weirdo.
A bit of a weird grin on his face.
And you think, is that the best they can find to advertise university? You think, Jesus Christ.
Well,
there's probably a polytechnic anyway. It wasn't a university at all.
Go there.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had a lot of WhatsApp messages about about me being on a billboard. I had a friend of mine who's a copper, right? You've met this copper friend, Stu. At the wedding, and he arrested somebody.
For dissing your...
I think the story went that he arrested somebody, and he turned to his right and saw my face on a telephone box.
That's just brilliant.
And I think he took a picture. I don't think he took a picture as he was arresting someone. I don't think he's that bad, but I think he took a picture of it and sent it to me. Yes, I am currently on a billboard, telephone boxes, TV screens on the M5, M6. My face is there.
It's just weird.
Do with that what you will.
Yeah. Anyway, Chinny, can you read out the next email while
I was just going to offer to do that, Stu. So the next Undead Care Bear, is that the right one? Yep.
No, Quaxel.
Quaxel. Oh, is that an email? Oh, right, okay. I'll take care of some of the emails for you, Stu. Let me know when you're back in the room.
Okay, we'll do.
Join in. Okay, so Quaxel has emailed. I don't recognise Quaxel's name, so forgive me if you've written him before. So he says, "Hi, veterans." This is where you say hello.
Hi.
Pilch, you're a veteran tonight. Brilliant. Thanks for bringing energy into the show. I have been gaming since the early 80s, and I'm a fairly easygoing kind of guy until I recently decided to dive back into Rocket League because of Duke's mentioning of the game every week. It finally worked, Duke. You can get those sweet Rocket League cash coming in. It is now that I have played Rocket League a lot lately that my temper has decided to reach a new level. Why is there always the one person who I call the puppy always chasing the ball 100% of the game?
Because they're idiots and children.
And it feels the need to touch the ball whenever they can, or even knock it across and towards their own goal, because the sheer...
I write now. Let me say I write. I write, contrary to popular opinion, it is not required by law that you touch the ball every time you are near it. It takes a while to write all that, but it's worth it.
Because of the sheer magnetic pull towards the ball, many a game has been lost because of the puppies and the constant interference with the direction of the ball. I don't think my temperament can take much more before verbal abuse begins on these players, or I break my controller. Rant over. Keep up the good work, guys. Quaxel. So thank you, first of all, Quaxel, for writing in. Duke, do you have any advice for Quaxel and his Rocket League rage?
Yeah, be positive. Forgive the sour children, or you will become one of them.
There you go. My advice is abuse them a lot. Come up with new swear words, new combinations of swear words. Very different to Duke's advice, but take elements of both and do what you will.
Sure, why not?
Thank you very much, Quaxel. Pilch, as somebody who's very laid back and doesn't have many opinions of things, that's a joke. Do you have any advice for Quaxel?
Just be as abusive as you can.
Yeah. Good advice. good advice. You are quite laid back though, Pilch. You strike me as a laid back kind of guy.
Yeah, no, I'm not bothered about many things. I just like to have a moan every now and then.
Yeah, exactly. Good stuff. Right, our next email is from Luke Undead Care Bear. So Luke writes in and says, "Evening, veterans. Hope all is well. I've been sinking."
Oh, all is not well. Everything's terrible.
I've been sinking way too much time into Minecraft lately, due to build ideas and the fact that the game was named incorrectly and should be known as Minecraft. Anyway, this always puts me in a predicament with my backlog. I bought The Witcher 3 on pre-order and probably have only played 2 hours. And the same situation with Red Dead 2, tricking myself into thinking, oh, when I have some free time, I'll get round to them. But I never get back to them.
Did you not play Red Dead? It's such a great game.
Contradiction. So what is one of your games that you always think about that you'll go back to? Let me rephrase how he's written it. What is one of your games that you always think about that is hidden deep in the dark corners of your backlog and you probably will never get round to, but really would like to? And would love to contribute to your 500th episode if you're still having spaces to fill. Anyway, back to Minecraft. That hotel won't build itself. Keep on gaming, fellow slaves, into the gaming lifestyle. So, Undead Care Bear is my other neighbour. So, if you stand beneath my penis of the statue and look straight ahead, you will see the fantastic work of Luke. He's building this very, very state-of-the-art apartment, and it's very, very cool, I have to say. It is really, really nice. It is getting to a bit too high for me. It could potentially get higher than the statue. Therefore, I'll have to step in as ruler of the realm and knock that shit down with dynamite. But it's at a satisfactory level. I don't know why people pick on me on Minecraft. I have no idea. So, Duke, do you have a game that in your backlog that you think that you convince yourself? Red Dead 2. Anything else?
Not really. I mean, Dragon Age and Quickie Quig, I guess.
Yeah, Dragon Age. Pilch?
I tend not to dwell on stuff. If I think I've done, I'm done. Although, having said that, I do sometimes think I gave Red Dead I was a bit harsh, I think. Maybe if I had a bit more time, I'd perhaps go back and have a second look. But other than that, there's nothing really. I just tend to move on or just play. If I want to play something, I play it. I don't sort of think.
Yeah, you don't
really
dwell on it. Yeah, I wish I could do that.
Mm.
Pilch a bit more. Like, you don't dwell on it. Yeah, if you put an hour into a game, you're like, well, fuck it. Whereas
I just chuck it. Yeah, 20 minutes is enough for some. I just think that's it. Gone.
Yeah, no, I have a bit of a OCD problem. There's one game that I bought with my Xbox One, which was The Evil Within. And
it's very good.
It's still cellophane wrapped, right? And it's become a thing now in my brain, between me and my brain, of like, when will I ever open that game? So I always think about that. And I suppose
for 20 years, Chinny, it might be worth a $5.
You never know. And the other one is Halo Wars 2. I never really dove into Halo Wars 2. And
I think that's weird because you were so excited for that being released.
I know. I'm a weird kind of guy, Stu. But and funny enough, me and Matt played Halo Wars 1. And do you want to take a stab? Because it is available on Game Pass now. So do you want to take a stab at how many people are playing it? Before it was 300. So how many people do you think are playing Halo Wars 1?
So after the Game Pass thing?
After the Game Pass, yeah.
I don't know, 1,000?
Pilch, Duke, do you want to take a stab at this?
Are you trying to say it's going to be more? Because I'm going to say 50.
Ooh.
What was that, Duke?
I also said 1,000.
It is 0. There are nobody playing Halo Wars. I thought maybe there's a bug with the number. We searched for a game. No one joined. It is fuckle. No one's playing Halo Wars. Probably a lot of people playing Halo Wars 2 still. But it's different and we're not used to it. So we're scared of it. Even though we both bought it day one. Me and Matt just don't want to play it. But I said we've got to just adapt to it. Let's just embrace change. And he's like, no, it looks different. I don't want to. So we'll get used to it. But yeah, Halo Wars 2 is one for me. Stu, have you got a game that you just
I think it's probably Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, yes.
Because I never finished it. And I don't know. I just didn't feel it like everybody else was like, like going mental.
I've got that on my PlayStation 4. I have it. It's there, waiting to be played.
I platinumed it.
Yeah,
brilliant, best game ever.
No, I played a bit of it and I did like it, but I just never got hooked.
Yeah,
it never hooked me.
Maybe does it bother you on a daily basis though? Does it?
No, it doesn't bother me on a daily basis, but I do think about it. I still have it. I never got rid of it, but I just feel like I look at it and then go, nah.
Yeah, no, I can.
And I think that's the trouble. I look at it and think, yeah, should I? And then I'll have another go, and then I'm like, no, I still don't feel it.
See, I'd sooner play Spider-Man again than play Horizon Zero Dawn. It's weird. It's weird.
Yeah, it is weird. Because I feel like I should like it because everybody was so like, it's amazing.
Yeah.
But I just don't. I don't know.
Yeah.
So that's probably the one for me, I'd have guessed.
Right, okay. So thank you, Luke, for writing in. I'm going to continue reading the emails, Stu. I don't know if you've finished, but I'm fucking.
Yeah, you carry on. I'm still eating.
You're still eating. Great. So we don't need more detail of that. We're fine. So Lewis has emailed in regular email. Lewis says, "Hello, veterans."
Hello.
Energy. Brilliant, Pilch. So glad that we brought you on. It's all good. To start off with, I'd like to say, Duke, that his roller coaster in the realm was fun. And I read all of the signs because why not?
Yeah.
I ended up tweeting Duke the number he said to mention for a prize on his roller coaster.
Yeah, I'll get around to that someday.
So I said, "Where's my prize?" Thinking he'd instantly realise what I'd said, but he didn't remember, and I realised that what I'd said made me look like an arrogant git, so I deleted it.
You should have done.
Sorry, Duke.
I'm lazy about that.
I'm not really that rude. Also, Minecraft seems to have taken a strange power over people. I get bored within seconds of some games, but I will quite happily spend 2 hours wiring up a piston farm on the realm. I don't get why. But similar to you, Pilch, it's a very similar problem. Some people say that Minecraft is dull and boring. All I say to that is that everyone has an opinion. It's just that yours is wrong. I've got a game recommendation this week. 2. While this email is getting packed with content, Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle. It was a tenner the other week. I really didn't expect it to be this good, so I'm recommending that you pick it up if you can. So, Pilch, are you interested in Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle?
No, probably not.
Nor am I. Is that the Rabbids game? It's the turn-based game, I think it is. No, not for me. So he has a question. What game can you never get bored of playing? That's all for me from now. Goodbye. Thanks, Lewis, for the email. So Rocket League from Duke.
Beat Saber.
Beat Saber from Stu. Pilch.
Bubble.
Babble. From Pilch. I think for me, obviously Minecraft, but I think Super Mario World is the one that I never get bored of playing. I'd never get sick of it, ever. It's just the perfect game. Have you finished that one, Pilch?
Sorry, what?
Super Mario World. Have you finished that?
That's probably the one I got. 5. Yeah. How many is there? 8.
Yeah, about 8. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably as furthest.
The Lost Forest is where people drop off in Super Mario World.
Yeah.
It's a good one. It's on your SNES Mini as well. It's on your little classic thing.
Yeah. The trouble is, I treat that more as just a little pick it up, play for half hour, and turn it off again. I don't really treat it as something I'm going to sit there for 3 or 4 hours and play.
No, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
We have one more email to share with you, and it's from Rob VTS. I mentioned Rob earlier. He played my Mario level, and he says this. He says, "Yo, just listened to last week's podcast and was really sad to hear about Derek's mom. I've met Derek 2 times now in the Berry meetup, and he's a top bloke, so we'll be thinking of him and hope he's okay. Much love, Rob." So thank you for the kind words. We've had other people saying nice things about Derek, and
we love him.
Yeah, we love Derek. He's great. He's a great guy, and it's all nice that we can all be there for each other. But we don't want to get too soft. So if I get too soft, I have to abuse somebody. It's kind of in my blood. So fuck you, Stu. There you go. I feel better.
That's not very nice.
No, it's not. But that's just the way it goes sometimes, Stu. I'm sorry. I think we're done with the show. I think that's the end of it.
Speak pipes?
I don't think we do.
No, none this week.
So this is what I'm going to say. If you can't make episode 500 next week, if you don't want to be on or you can't make it, email us some of your thoughts of the show, what you think, why you listen, favourite moments, all that kind of stuff, or just how you listen to it, where you listen to it, how it improves your life, how it makes your life fantastic because your life is shit.
First time you ever listened, like the first memory you have?
Any distinct memory or whatever you have. Have you introduced it to somebody? Do they think you're weird? Anything like that. Anything that you want to share just to stroke our ego will make us feel better. But if you want to come onto the show, especially if you've never been on before, we will favour you more. So forgive me, I haven't done a very good job in tracking who said they want to come on.
We've got a couple, but Luke Undead Kerber, he may well be on my Skype list, but if he's not, he needs to send me a contact request.
So yeah, if they want to be on, how do they request?
So they can direct message me. Look, the Dash Daddy 187. So that's my Skype name. So just send a request to her. John Nezzy has already done that. Jay has already done that. So if you want to come on the show,
we've got some newbies.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So yeah, contact you. And then of course, if you have been on before, just get into the wings, and I'm sure we'll get you on. So much appreciated.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out on Sunday.
So that's Sunday, the 4th of August.
Sunday.
9 p.m. Be there or not. It's fine if you're not. Nothing's going to happen. That's
We're not going to shout at you or anything. It's fine.
pretty much it, I think, for the show. So we'll move on to shout-outs, another pointless segment, which I wish we could get rid of, but for some reason has
You've
stayed.
got to do it. You've got to do it, man. You've got to
It's
shout
dumb.
at the people.
We're not famous or anything like that. I don't know why we're doing shout-outs.
What's the matter? People like hearing their names.
Right.
Yeah, people like that. People like that stuff.
Okay, Stu, what's your shout-outs?
I'm going to obviously shout out Pilch for filling in while I was sort of sorting out crash cars and shit. And also just shout out all the people who listen and support us and send emails and are
Cash.
going to come and join us, and the cash. How much is the cash, by the way, now?
Oh, on the YouTube money?
Yeah.
It hasn't
How
gone
much-
up a
have we
lot.
got an update?
No, it hasn't gone up that much. I think we're at 5.
Are we over $5 yet?
Oh no, I'm on my personal YouTube account. I've got 37 cents.
That's
So,
pretty good. It's pretty good.
Fuck all you haters. Yeah, no, we're not.
Ching.
Yeah, we are on $5. Yes, we are on $5 now.
There you go. You need to do more shit, Chinny. Get your finger out. What's the matter with you?
I know. I'm sorry. I'm letting you down. Sorry.
It's just not good enough.
Uh,
Still not good enough.
Duke, shout-outs.
Yeah, I'll shout out Antonio and Pilch and Richard Webster. Happy wedding. And John Mouse. The school year is going to start before it's too much longer.
Woohoo!
Pilch.
I'll just shout out you guys for letting me on for the second time ever.
No problem.
I better just mention my podcast, the Boss Wave podcast with Christopher and Rob. Obviously, they were both too busy this evening, which is how I managed to get on.
No, you were the first person I asked, Pilch. Fuck
Fourth
you.
choice. Fourth choice.
I'd like
Bill.
to thank my mum and my dad and my teacher and my dog. Anyone who knows me, all that stuff.
Okay. I will
Brilliant.
shout out the comments that I got on my Mario Maker levels. So I got a comment from G8 Rocker, as we know as Antonio. And that is just some sort of squiggle. I don't know why. He didn't write anything. Rob VTS says, nice little level, Mr. Chin, though it took me over 7 minutes. A chap called Linux messaged me saying, this level is really good. Big improvement of your last level. Keep it up.
Shit, this one's good.
A chap called Jahil says, great course, but you do an even better podcast. And FNK, which is Kevin, says, quality level, mate. Better than a lot on the story mode. How nice is that? I played Kevin's level. Kevin made a level, and it was fucking hard. So I left a comment on there saying, it's too fucking hard. So yeah, but no, it's good. I love playing Mario Maker. So that's all my shout outs. So if you want to shout out, just play my Mario Maker levels and all that crap. That is episode 499 done.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye bye.
Laters.
Also, shout out Connor Hawk. Found us by accident. See, the truth is, Connor Hawk, everybody finds us by accident. Nobody has ever gone looking for us.
No,
that would be a weird thing to do.
There's
It's
no,
stupid.
there's no reason for you to find us.
Hey, the next time we do the show, I should have one of those metal arms that I can swing around, not have to hold the mic every time.
Oh,
Ah.
fancy dancy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fancy pants Duke with his fancy pants arm.
Well, unless you want me to be waving the arm around like this, the mic around.
Can do.
No,
We don't care.
much work. I need my hands free.
Just do whatever you want to do. Whatever's comfortable for you.
Yeah.
This
And
is
that's
normally
the show.
Yeah.
this is normally the bit of the show where we slag everybody off because we're not recording, but obviously this is live, so
Yeah, we're live.
Yeah,
And we
just do it anyway. We don't care. Do
We
what you
don't-
want.
we
Do
don't
what you
slag
want.
anybody
Come on,
that's
off.
Bill.
Stu Fowler doing them impressions of me. Jesus
They're the
Christ.
best ever. They are.
What a wank.
Fucking wank eyes.
Bless.